Blueprint. Man, feels good to be back. Shout out to WBOK, man. It's the Blueprint Show where hip hop lives in the AM and not FM. Man, we got another great show for y'all tonight. I got New World. Is it New World Slaughter or Slauorder? Or how we rocking this?
New World Slaughter, bro.
New World Slaughter.
Slaughter, man.
Slaughter gang. So man, you already know. If you don't know these guys, I think you need to get from under a rock immediately. So you know, they got balls for days. You know what I'm saying? They all about the hip hop culture. But man, before we get into them, man, I want to like I said, it's the Blueprint Show. I got my girl Claudia with me.
Hello, how are y'all?
Good.
Yeah, man, so it's another show, man. Shout out to DJ Shy Smooth, man. We had him last week. It was a dope episode, man, and that the episode should be up soon. We talked a lot about DJ stuff, music stuff, how to get your music played by a DJ and all that type of things, you know. So he's definitely one for the culture, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, we putting on for the city, my G.
That's what's up.
Word.
Yeah, so what's up, y'all? I mean, y'all gonna be deep today.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Always, that's how we be coming.
yeah, this is just how the set roll.
It's really 36 ago.
Yeah, it's like a group of us.
Oh my God! Before we get into the 3-6, can we have y'all introduce yourselves?
Well, I guess that's what's going left to right. So I'll introduce myself, DTA, aka Mr. Tabernacle Flow.
Infamous.
Yo, it's David Ruffin. Yo, it's Free Doom, yo.
Yo, it's free mind, but it's high flag, so I think I'm gonna go with high flag. That's my talking sign.
That's what's up, man.
How you feeling?
It's for me. I mean, me and Derek been going at it for a minute, trying to get y'all, trying to orchestrate this this setup. And man, first of all, thank y'all for coming.
No problem.
Appreciate you for having us.
Thanks for the opportunity.
I mean, let me just give you a quick story on how I met these guys, right? I heard a song of theirs, and I was like, man, who are these? Like, it's something about New Orleans is when we so used to hearing the same stuff over and over.
Right.
And when you finally hear a new fresh breath there, it's like, I never forget, like I immediately, when I found out y'all was at a show,
Yeah.
I went to ASAP.
Yeah,
I said, I gotta go introduce myself.
I got the message in my. I'm like, man, who this man?
Yeah, I just, I had to, you know what I'm saying? Cause, I'm about, everybody know me. After football is going, I'm about them balls, I'm about new talent. Me, Claudia, FTK, we definitely putting on for the, for the city, the culture, man. But how did y'all get together? Like, where did it all start at?
Well, we was always like we found like bros. We've been bros like for the longest, and like a couple of us like we actually went to school together. So like, to be honest, like we've been knowing each other for you have to say for like probably about a decade. So like as far as like about 14, like I've been rapping for like the longest. Just trying to get nicer and nicer and like more precise with it. At the time, like they was picking up the same habits and the same interests too. Like I didn't know like straightforward. I know that straightforward, but as time went upon, like you could see how much their hunger and drive came towards it. Like when like from the days like we used to just be drunk or high or something, trying to freestyle, just making stuff come off the top. And like to the point of like about 2012, like people were just ready. Like they was ready to let it be heard. Like they felt it. I'm like, yo, this what it's all about.
Right.
2012, like the inception of the Slaughter. Anything?
You really basically summed it up. I mean, we all was a group in general. We used to be around each other, so that
Like,
vibe
we didn't know each other rap though, per se. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't know they rap. Like,
I mean, not saying we knew each other rap, just saying
when I
we
heard
been around.
him spit, you know what I'm saying? Like I knew he rapped already for like a
Yeah,
minute.
he been out there.
For Tabernacle rap for like a minute. But then we all came together, you know what I'm saying? We found out, you spitting too. But like it was really hard though, like so like, we put it together, they put together the song Intuition, you know what I'm saying? Him, Ghost, and High Black or whatever.
Shout out to
Shout
Ghost,
out,
man.
man. I was about to say it. Shout out to Ghost,
man.
man. Ghost to smoke.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like the first real, at that moment, it was like ever since then that energy, we was just like, trying to take it to that
Reciprocate that
next
shit.
level.
For me, you saying that, like, what a coincidence for y'all to, like, get together and, like, all be on the same style.
Right.
Like, that right there, like, that, I mean, you said 2012, I mean, that's crazy, like,
Yeah, we probably like influenced by a lot of the same stuff too.
who are a couple of y'all influenced?
I bumped a lot of Wu, you know what I'm saying, growing up.
Like, when I explain people to y'all, I'm like, that's like New Orleans Wu-Tang right there. Like, I mean, not to really, like, compare y'all to nobody,
we picked that up quick though. Like,
Yeah.
when we first started performing, people was like, oh, that's like New Orleans Wu-Tang. We got the energy, you know what I'm saying? They deep,
Right.
stuff like that. That's how we picked up the.
We got a lot of different influences, a lot of like Big L, MF Doom. Like, there's a lot of. Once we were hearing people was like really like nice. I was like, we just had to delve in deeper.
Selena.
Yeah. Sade.
Justin Bieber.
You said Beaver. It's Beaver.
Oh, Beaver?
No,
Is
you
it
said
Bieber?
yeah.
Queen.
All right, so I'm a little
Queen.
slurred right now. Forgive me.
I mean, y'all,
Oh, fun.
I ain't point,
Pun,
capital
definitely.
punishment. Capital punishment. I'm not gonna believe the Bieber joint, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Hey,
You know
ain't
that's
about
a
to
queen,
fool
though.
with that one.
You
we ain't
know
gonna let
that's a
this
queen,
one
though.
slide, I can see.
Huh?
We ain't gonna let this one slide, I can see.
Yeah,
It's all
I was
good.
about to say this enemy might be over ASAP.
Hold on, don't shut us down. You got some bars. You got some
I
bars.
already know you come with
Man,
the
Beavs mess with the squad though, man. Shout out to Beavs.
Shout out to Beaver.
He used to be trapped, man.
Right. But man, y'all dropped, bum slaps. It's like, man, when I, like, bum slaps, I think for me, bum slap came at the right time. Like, it's like in the city, it came at the right time for me, because, like, I'm just speaking my personal experience, like, I had just stopped listening to some other music, and it's like, I don't know what else to, like, jump, because I like to keep it, consistent, you know what I'm saying, like, and fresh, like, you know what I'm saying, and then I was like, when bum slaps dropped, I was like, this,
Oh, that's different.
yeah.
Straight stove.
Yeah. So how did bump slaps even come about? It was just something y'all was ready to do again, or?
Oh man, I could talk about that. Man, this is like we get a lot of hate, a lot of bad words about us.
Like what? I'm like.
I'm curious.
Yeah.
It's like the reason why we named it Bum Slaps. It's just like, I don't know, I guess a certain group of people view us as low lives or bums. And we were like, you know what? We're gonna turn around and throw it in their face, Bum Slaps. We're gonna make good music, from the bummy mindset, I guess you would say.
I'm just trying to see where people get that from.
Cutter music.
Yeah, it's like slums, like you don't rap about designer or,
need all that
being
swag.
fresh. You just, we out here.
That bummy sweat.
Like
grimy,
dirt, yeah, from
I
the
mean,
bit.
the big homies be rapping Supreme, and you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Just
most
stay
definitely.
fresh, like you know what I'm saying. So
Yeah,
I mean,
stay
it must just be a different. Like I mean,
Yeah.
they got music out there that influence people to
Yeah.
wear designer,
Yeah,
style and
most
all that stuff,
definitely.
And that's to each his own. Like,
Yeah,
I like
yeah,
all that stuff too.
I
Don't get it twisted.
I still look at Supreme as a skate brand though. I
It
skate,
is, though.
I skate and stuff. So that's how I still.
All y'all skate on.
Yeah, I skate.
Life.
As far as like maybe the
Like,
higher society,
like,
as
like
far as
3
like the
times a
higher
week.
society
Yeah.
would view us, they may view us as below them. They may view us as bums or something that's not on the same quality of them on their living standard. But once they hear that music, it doesn't matter because it slaps them so hard they forget where they are in a minute.
Talk to him,
Thus,
Tabernacle.
thus henceforth you have bums left.
Talk my
Yeah.
African brother. They like a player who Soviet.
Man, but like like I said, I don't see it. Whoever hating, stop hating. You know what I'm saying? This dude really got music, and I said
Hey, keep it. I need that motivation.
I said this multiple times. Like I told y'all already. Like y'all don't even belong in a club type set anyway. Like y'all belong festival wise. Like y'all belong. Y'all. This is you know, I mean, if you're not on their music, man, you know, I'm pretty sure you go to Eastwood Tabernacles, Ghost, High Black, doing like everybody's links are up there to so y'all go hear this music for yourselves. It is different. It is hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Don't like, and this is part of the blueprint. You know what I'm saying? Like this is we want to give something fresh out there. I mean, you know, they have some of the same stuff going on out there. I like to bring something new. My girl, Claudia from NY. I know she won't, you know what I'm saying? Like, she feel it.
Shout out Claudia Hood, right?
Shout out to Robin.
Shout out my hood, yeah. I'll be out there.
And shout out to that chopped cheese my homies they got.
So I found this song today that really put me in my, like, everybody's been so hyped that it's October and like Halloween, and like I'm excited for Halloween. But I heard this song, I think this is a song, it's called The Purge, Q&A.
Yeah.
Is that the like that spooky beat?
It's kind of spooky.
Yeah, I like that though. I was rocking with it. I was like, okay, wait, hold up. I have to put this one in rotation.
You got some clean versions.
Yeah.
That's honestly something we've been talking about a lot on the show, is that artists need to have some clean music just so you can put it out to so many audiences.
For sure.
So when y'all putting out that clean music.
I actually got some undiscovered, non-droppable music I was going to bless y'all with today. It's not cursing. Shout out to Kurt Franklin.
Shout out to him, man.
Yeah.
I
I mean, if you definitely got that in the email, FTK can definitely get that in rotation. Don't get it twisted. But man, I mean, I really want to get into y'all individually, like, you know what I'm saying, like Tabernacle, like people know y'all as a group, but who is Tabernacle? Where did Tabernacle come from?
Tabernacle is DTA. DTA is the angel. Tabernacle is your shell. Tabernacle flow is my flow. It's how I break it down. It's how I put it together. So it's touched with a little bit of spiritualness. That's why, you know, how they say your body is your temple. Excuse me. How they say your body is your temple. So as I put down the body of work, that becomes my flow. So it's like that's the Tabernacle flow. Like me, I'll tell you like this. I tried rapping when the hurricane hit. When I was about 14. I had like the late registration. And I was like, man, I know like a million words that rhyme. Like if I could just take the time like to put like the things together, maybe, you know what I'm saying? Maybe I could get kind of nice with this. Right. So just from then on, like I just scribbled, I just made lines, bars, caught on the things, and started listening to more artists to where I was able like to find it's something I like to call a rapper's insight. When you listen to something, I don't know, maybe you're high, so when you listen to something, like you close your eyes, you sit down and you envision what they're doing, and you could put yourself in their shoes. It really helps you to give you more of a push, more of inspiration, like to really find a way to, like if you're trying to touch somebody, either if it's somebody like you, or somebody you're trying to interest, or somebody you somebody you just want to prove a point to, like it's for something, like if it was just for yourself, like you wouldn't try to put it out into the world. Like that's something I like try to look into before I like write anything down. Like I want to touch somebody somewhere with it, like that's my main focus. I
feel like you're the most soft-spoken in the room, but I really want to hear like you freestyle on your own. But don't do it yet. We gotta save that.
There's no right, baby girl.
We might well go straight down the line.
Yeah, it's infamous, you know what I'm saying? Started off with this music. I guess it's always been in me since I was young, you know, listening to like Run DMC and stuff because of my pops. So like at first I wanted to be a DJ because I just like how it sounded on scratch, you know, just scratching and stuff. But like eventually I started listening to like the bars, like actually listening to the lyrics instead of the music. So like I don't know, like I guess writing poetry in high school I was always like trying to come up with some you know, just the way I write is like always kind of coded in a sense. So like mixing it with hip hop, it's kind of like tight. People hear it and they're like, oh, it's kind of like you got some wordplay and stuff.
Yeah, I'm about to say that your wordplay.
So like, yeah, I guess that's what I'm like really about when it comes to music. I like to play with like words. Like I really like words. But
By your crossword puzzle.
yeah, no, straight up, I like them. But yeah, man.
Not the one to scramble with.
But music. I'm really into like the music behind the bars. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to get into producing right now, so be on the lookout for them beats.
Right.
Yeah, I'm about to really start with that. So I'm saying. For sure.
Yo, it's dope, yo. I really wish I had something cool like to say like these guys. Like, man, that was some like cool influences, like your reasons to rap. But yo, I'm just doing, and like my biggest inspiration is Soulja Boy, so I just make music off like my
I'm not going to
inspiration.
believe that.
Yeah.
You can stop
Like
with that.
Soulja produced nothing but slaps, and not like that's what I try to aim for in my music, like slaps. So if it don't really slap, I'm not really into it, but you know, I still like, you know, continue.
The truth.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Oh
I'm
yeah.
serious. Like, they think
No,
I'm playing, but Soulja Boy is like the biggest like icon or mogul of like, you know, us like, you know, of our age group. Yeah, of our age group, like dude like was like basically the pioneer of YouTube. Like,
You know what he did?
he was
with
like
LimeWire?
16, like
No.
That's
I mean,
crazy.
running YouTube. Like, come
I mean,
on,
but-
like who's doing that?
you got to think about it.
Who's doing
With me, it's more like I'm just listening to your lyrics.
Yeah.
You saying Soulja Boy, and I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't even like, it's like, you know,
It's crazy, right?
you can't even compare
Yeah,
that.
it's crazy.
See, I left out stuff too. I'm
Yeah.
like really influenced by Lil B.
Yeah.
Like that's
Lil
my
B.
dog.
And
Lil
now
B.
she know, you know,
I
Lil
like
B is the greatest rapper
Like, come on,
of
dog.
all time.
straight up.
Bass
All
guy.
time.
Baby
I
God.
can't even say that.
How
Like,
can
it's,
you not?
it's
No,
not
no,
about
like
the
Lil
bars.
B.
It's about like some real. It's a deeper like.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like.
I mean,
It's his whole
you-
package.
it's
His
the
whole
grind.
it's his package. His
Exactly.
package. It's
Dude made a 100-song mixtape. Anyone in this room make a 100-song mixtape?
Be successful.
basically,
Yeah.
right? I mean, look,
Exactly.
And walk around and call themselves
Come on, man. Like, no one is doing, like, those are pioneers. Soulja Boy and Lil B. Come on, man.
I mean, we can't sleep on Soulja Boy though. Soulja Boy definitely does have some hits that are more
Exactly.
beats than lyrics. But you know, if you vibe into the beat, then you like the song. I don't care what anybody says.
It's
polar.
money.
They're polarizing
See,
figures.
I don't bump Soulja Boy, but I respect Soulja Boy.
bro, you
know
got,
what I'm saying?
and I agree, you gotta respect the
respect
hustle, you
so.
gotta respect what he did. Like, that I'm not gonna never knock. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna never knock that. But, you know, to each his own. You know what I'm saying? I don't be like to say too much about what I like because it's gonna show my and stuff like that.
It's
So.
all good.
But I definitely, you know, I definitely respect it. You know what I'm saying?
But you already know I love Wu-Tang, so
Yeah.
don't get it twisted. It's just Soulja Boy was right there in front of me when I was 13 years old.
Right.
I like
I'm
about
like, it's a 13-year-old.
I have a few questions because y'all talk about knowing a lot of words. You have something to say?
You gotta introduce
words.
yourself.
Yeah, I'm still a part of this team. It's Captain Planet, aka I Black. Like you said, basically, it's like we really all knew each other, and it came about. Like I guess we got fed up with society, so we're trying to better ourselves, but we doing it musically, and we kind of like getting better at it, and we loving it now. We understanding it more, so it's kind of like we doing it. It's like there's nothing else. It's like forward. I mean, Hot Black, that's just a different side. Y'all gonna get to hear that anti-social AF. I'm gonna drop it on y'all, but that's a different side. We don't want too much get into that. We're gonna keep this interview running. We're gonna keep it running for more stuff. Who pointing at the aqua, man? Hey, point that cup. Yeah, Tab over there talking about. Yeah, he over there talking about Soulja Boy package. Shoot on that, I forgot. We can say sissy,
Secret music.
You
I
can
don't
say
think
whatever
that's a-
you like.
I think
Just
it's a-
know
Ain't
that
a
your
flagrant
words
word?
come back to haunt you.
Yes, it does.
Come on, because earlier.
Exactly.
All right.
So listen to this. So we talked about words, and Tabernacle mentioned that he heard Late Registration. If y'all don't know who that is, that's Kanye. And he mentioned that he heard a lot of words, and he knew that he could make some stuff rhyme. but what's the technique that y'all practice to be, you know, like, how do you actually, like, form the craft of being a rapper? Because we say not everybody can be a rapper, but it's like, how do you strengthen yourself to be a rapper?
That guy is really a human dictionary, DTA. Well, I mean, it's really a practice. You just can't up and jump to writing a verse hook, just thinking you're gonna attack it like that. It takes time, because sometimes you get writer's block. I mean, you know, it's a timing process. You don't have to rush everything. Like, you know,
Tell you the truth, like probably most like people who like rap would probably tell you about this. You ever like you see like listen to a verse and you kind of formulate your verse around it. You like you take the rhyme scheme and you put different words there. Like you start off like that. You start off doing freestyles to beats, and once you become like so comfortable, like you can get on your own beat, and it really is a feeling. It's a feeling because like. Sometimes you'll sit with a beat like for a week, and sometimes as soon as you hear it, like you just ready.
You could go
like
it's just different.
That's what it
That's
is.
what I say. You gotta really take time with stuff. You don't have to rush it.
And that's good, and I respect that because like you should, you know, if you're not feeling that you're putting out your best quality, like just stop at the moment. Let your thoughts relax and like get back into it when you have like a better time. Like don't rush it. Like you try to make perfection. You know you can't rush perfection, and of course everything's not gonna be perfect, but you just you put your best foot forward, and like that's just like a technique that I use. I used to formulate my stuff. You formulate your stuff like around another verse or another style when you like get into it. You know, so often.
He likes Nas.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Basically, something
I've
he likes Nas.
I've recently gotten into Nas. Just
Recently?
hanging around. Yeah, because when I was younger, I'll say this. I had a nightmare. I had some kind of dream about that. I know I can. So I had a bad dream about that video.
You thought it was coming to get you up
I
Pennywise?
don't, listen, I
Thought you
don't
was
know,
coming?
but when I tell you I was so afraid of Nas because of that song, and then
Yeah.
like I had went to like a building that kind of reminded me of the video, and I was
Yeah.
like, nah, I just really can't mess with Nas at this moment.
Makes
And
sense.
now in my older days, I've definitely started
now
to
that you
like,
adapted and
Breaking my heart.
grown over that fear.
you know, now that I'm like over that period of like,
Video's kinda
I'm definitely here, so I feel y'all with the Nas.
One of my
Oh,
It's all
man down.
Who, I mean, you know, who's the one that gets everybody like together to, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I mean, this is a lot of y'all to be accounted for.
It's called Apple iMessage.
Yeah, that's honestly what
That's the best thing we can do right now.
Yeah, that's the best thing.
Like that's how we
That's our
communicate.
best friend.
Real talk.
Shout out to iPhone.
Cause life's
But when it
crazy.
comes, what I'm saying, when it comes to recording and getting stuff together, like, you know, like, who's the one that started it up, or do y'all book sessions together?
Shout out to the homie Cal, the bro Cal. Cal hold it down. Keep Bell hold it down, man.
Make sure we got
DC,
water.
they definitely hold it down for us and keep us on our toes and keep us on point. So shout out to them.
At a certain time, we just get together and go through and never, everybody on a different schedule and stuff at times, but when we can, we get together and just make it happen.
Are y'all always recording together, or?
Yeah, most definitely. We always together coding, but
Okay.
it's just how days sometimes get mixed up. Everybody's doing, the
I
9
mean,
to
like
5.
anything.
But yeah,
You smiling over there, dude. What you smiling about?
I'm pretty.
Don't even-
Don't even worry
Don't-
about
let's not
the. Yeah,
comment on it.
don't even
Okay.
worry about it. I'm steady.
So we mentioned 3-6. I hear y'all say 3-6 a few times in y'all songs. Like,
barbecue.
Yeah, what
Yo,
is this
man,
3-6?
It's family, bro. Like,
It's cold. It's cold for family.
It's like, it's what we is.
It's cold
It's
for
everything we
12
are.
coming. Hide everything. Nobody want all that salt on their potato salad.
Cold
Willie.
Good nasty.
So there's
Also-
really, like, there's real deal, like 36 of y'all?
Yeah,
Lot
it's
more.
literally, yeah.
Yo,
Deep.
it increases because like if you down, you down.
But like, is everybody in the 3-6 rapping?
No.
Oh, okay. So it's just like a team.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just like, I don't want to compare y'all to Odd Future, but it's like Mad Heads like Odd Future.
It's a way of life. It's a way of life. It's
I
not a
mean,
movement.
people say that because I'm not even gonna stunt. Back in like 2008, I was skating. I was listening to all this crazy music, and people thought I was different.
Uh-huh.
I didn't, like, they had a dude actually, like, went to our school. Shout out Tony. He's cousins with Frank Ocean. He was, like, out in Cali. And he was like, yo, you ever heard of Tyler, the Creator? I'm like, nah. And I'm like, no, I don't want to hear that. Like, but that was, like, back in G. Like, yeah.
But now you like can't help it.
Yeah.
It's like related. So he was basically saying, like, you remind me of that type of stuff, you know? So, yeah.
Okay, I'm feeling it. What's so? One second, sorry. I've listened to some of your tracks. I'm sorry I didn't get to hear everything before you came. But
You got time.
I got time. Yeah, no, definitely. Like once this, commences, this isn't over.
Yo,
Yeah, the music is definitely gonna be rolling in rotation.
I think we have like 50 tracks on the SoundCloud too.
Okay, and are all of y'all on those songs like together each time?
No, just like.
But it's all of us.
Yeah,
Mixing
broken
it,
down,
getting
yeah.
different
Tetris.
flavors and stuff.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's Slaughter, but we all do make individual music, and we all do like features on each other's music, so it's always just, it's still Slaughter at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? No matter if you break it into pieces, it's still like,
It's nothing for any of us to ask somebody in one of these shows like, hey, I need you for this beat, I need you for this hook, you know? Like,
Send it through the iMessage.
And then you go to the island.
not the green one. Not the green
but it
one.
really happens like that.
Really do. That's how I get down.
Wow. How y'all feeling? Y'all came in.
Exuberant.
Yeah, we
Pretty chill.
And I got anxiety. Like,
Anxiety? What you got anxiety about? Let me hear you say something. What's up?
it's just like the way I'm set up. So I have anxiety.
The tallest one in the room has
Yeah. It's really hard to cope with, but I'm here.
Like, are you serious or you?
I'm dead serious. Like,
Alright.
dead serious.
I'm low key like that, but like it's from something I did in my life. So, but
You just messed up.
You can't see past my
Nah, I think it's just all of us, you know.
Nah, you can't see past my phone.
Yeah,
I did that to
And
my
time.
I was like that.
I'm out here.
It's like people like
Anti-social.
I don't know.
It's weird, but it's tight. though.
It's a click thing.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
tight, though,
Yeah.
like,
Basically, it's family. La familia.
Okay. Y'all all from New Orleans?
yo.
Nah, I'm actually from Tennessee. I just moved here like 2 weeks ago.
You wanna know what's funny though? Like some fun facts. We all
Funny facts.
we all
Whoa.
grew up around each other. But I know I grew up around them. I didn't even know them until I was like older. But we all kind of grew up in the same area. It's crazy.
Shout out to the A1.
Shout out Gentilly,
I can ride around and
P Block.
Right around each other, but didn't know each other for a while.
Oh, yeah.
shit. They probably know each other.
Yeah, we did. I remember
That's it.
Tab and Gregory.
Yeah, man.
Lord, this man really knocked somebody else. Shout out to the dude that knocked out there. He probably sleeping.
Oh, hey, that was self-defense, man.
I don't want to hear that.
Big dog. I know he was sweating.
Well, he used to still be sweating like he do now. Probably sweating on it.
Besides yourself, what other music are you listening to right now?
Yeah.
Like, cause y'all got some hot rhymes, but who are y'all like? Not necessarily taking inspiration from, but what y'all listen to? What's hot to y'all?
Free my dog TK. You already know that's what I'm listening to.
That Travis run.
Travis.
Yeah, Travis Scott, he definitely run.
I
I just got on that new
like the
Joey
double
Perks. Shout out to Joey Perks.
Double what?
The double X.
The double X.
Who is that?
That sounds a little R-rated.
No.
Oh, shout out Ronnie King.
Talking about XX Tenesium?
No, not triple X.
Double X.
It's like a they sing. It's called like XX, like
Oh, yeah.
That might be an accident.
triple X. He cool too. I don't know what the fun on the album, but he cool too. Let's see. Oh my dog, Salad, man. What's poppin'?
I'm not even going front, yo. Like, I go through different type of waves of music, but I just listen to different stuff.
Okay.
Like, I've been listening to like a lot of like music when I was in like 11th and 12th grade, which is like a lot of rock music. I'm not even going front, dog. Like,
I mean, I have
it's
my
not even
days,
hip hop.
yeah.
so I can. But like, I've been getting in with like a lot of songs and stuff. Shout out Frank Sinatra. I listen to that Frank Sinatra. Like,
Oh man.
Must have just watched Money Talks.
Nah. I used to play Tony Hawk and those songs are just so tight.
Oh, you know that
PlayStation?
Shout out Tony Hawk, they put me on the Smashing Pumpkins. That's like one of the greatest
Like
bands.
Tony Hawk put me on Dallas Funky on CB.
Yeah. It was like
Tony
Hawk was